read about all of that, and I only can say I only can say my truth, and you would think that with the height of success that I had and
Shout
the
out to
things I
Hip
was
Hop
able to do, the
Uncensored.
amount of records I sold, and actually the amount of I don't want to say political power, but the amount of social power that I was able to achieve, you would think that I would be a prime candidate for just to be, so we could say we could call it something for to be a member of the Illuminati or a member of the elite society or whatever. You would think that I would be that they would come at me, and I think they did it sideways though. Nobody never got at me directly and said, "We want you to join us, and we're doing this." That's never happened. But I will tell you, I've had motherfuckers come at me on some weirdo shit, like on some gay shit. I've had motherfuckers come at me on some, "Oh, you should do this" type shit. And I was like, "What? Man, why the fuck would I do that? That make no sense." I view that as being inhuman. I view that as I would never do that. So, and then right when it was some things that I was trying to do that I felt were important, things that I felt would help other people, shit started happening to me. Went to jail, did some bullshit, got convicted.
It's good
Not
gelato.
necessarily convicted, but because I didn't do no time, no real time, but little shit started happening, you know. And
I'll let you hit this one.
I didn't even address the shit really, because who the fuck? Well, you know, and when you're a celebrity, really, you know, and I didn't even address the shit really, because who the fuck? Well, you know, and when you're a celebrity, bro, when something happens, whether it's true or it's not true, once it's been said, for most people it's true, because people don't do research to find out if something is true about a person or not. Whatever they hear, they deem it to be true.
Let's say that shit again.
Shit started happening to me. Went to jail for some bullshit. Got convicted. Well, not necessarily convicted, but because I didn't do no time, no real time, but little shit started happening. You know? I didn't even address the shit really, because who the fuck? Well, you know, and when you're a celebrity, bro, when something happens, whether it's true or it's not true, once it's been said, for most people it's true, because people don't do research to find out if something is true about a person or not. Whatever they hear, they deem it to be truth. So I didn't go hard on, "Oh, I didn't do that, I didn't do this, I didn't do that." That never happened. I just let the shit die down, continued on my life. Also, I'm at a point right now in my life where it's a lot of shit I know that I want to tell people. It's a lot of things that I want to teach, but I'm afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scared because I got 4 grandchildren, and I got children that are in this world. I got people I care about, and I got people that I care about that don't necessarily believe what I believe. Yeah, and I'm not. I have no fear of death, and I think that those that would oppose my beliefs, they've probably done enough. If somebody's after me or if somebody's watching me, then they know enough of me to know that I have no fear of death. So killing me don't mean shit.
Me neither.
It just confirms that what I said was true. But I do have a fear of them hurting my family.
Me too.
So I'm mad about certain things. I don't talk about everything I know because I don't want nobody in my family to hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to happen to my people. And if I owe them anything, I owe that to them. I owe them I owe them their lives to be able to live their life and not be subjected to any type of harm because of something I did or said.
Shout out to Hip Hop Uncensored, man. This is the realest interview about any of this Illuminati stuff that I heard yet. This is the man Coolio. For those that don't know, he came smashing on the scene with a song called Gangsta's Paradise, and there were several remakes of that song. I know that song even brought people like Weird Al Yankovic to fame, and that song was on I don't know if that won an Oscar, but I'm pretty sure it did. Dangerous Minds. That was a film. I was very young at the time, but I remember that song being a hit, it being one of my favorite songs even at that time. And I remember it was nonstop on the radio, and it had to have sold at least. It definitely went down. And then he came back with what's that? Come along and ride on the Fantastic Voyage or whatever that joint was. But that joint ain't do as well, but it still was a hit. And shout out to Coolio, man. He's talking about how when he didn't do these certain acts that he was asked to do, that stuff started going downhill in his life. It started as far as him getting arrested and convicted. Like he said, he didn't do no jail time, but still all the stuff that he started going through after that. Sometimes, we have to take accountability for our actions too. I mean, if you're out there smoking and doing coke or whatever, he was accused of, you got to take that into accountability. At the same time, it is the Fed's job to lock you up. I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day. Take it from me, I just pled guilty to a case 2 days ago. A case that, I couldn't beat. I mean, it was unbeatable. You know what I mean? I was doing what they said. I mean, it is what it is.
It's already happened once. My oldest son did some time in prison, and he shouldn't have. It was his first offense. And people would...
I did time in prison for my first offense.
And I seen
what was the
people
charge?
having cases that were way worse than his.
What was his charge?
And not even being their first offense. And them getting off. And they didn't have a better lawyer than he had. Some of them had fucking PDs. But they got off because...
I would like to see the facts. I like...
They got off or not. It didn't matter to the world now. But
I like seeing the facts.
By them doing what they did to my son, it made me kind of shut the fuck up. I stopped talking about what I was talking about at that time because I felt like I was being, and listen, I could be making this shit up in my head. It could be something. I realized that I will never know whether it's true or not. But just to make sure that it didn't happen again, I backed off. And now let me say, when I backed off, shit stopped happening. So I'm more inclined to believe that maybe I was right. You know, I mean, like I said,
he's saying it himself that he might be, you know, he might be tripping a little bit. It is what it is, man. Listen, I remember the first time I got booked. Did 9 to 12 months. 15, 16 years old, something like that. I wanted to blame everybody and their mom. I mean, we start, you know, my pop started talking to people that knew the judge and all. I mean, it just got crazy that, you know, we was just, you know, we were wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, but we felt as though we were fighting for a cause. And sometimes the cause that you're fighting for is wrong. And, you know, I don't know what his son got locked up for. So I'm not at liberty to say that. I could Google it real quick, but I don't even feel like. So, but what I'm saying is, I'm sure I would have to see some facts to run with that people with public defenders and worse charges was getting off, and I would like to see why they were getting off and what the circumstances of his case was, meaning his son. And you know, like he said, they might try to come at you through your family, but who is they? It could be me. I could own some of Coolio's publishing, and I want the rest of it. And I want him to get in a jam where he's in a financial situation where he needs to sell some more pop, so I could buy it. Does that make me Illuminati? Let's proceed.
I can't say if it's true or not, but like I said, those things stopped happening to me. That kind of shit stopped happening to me. I stopped getting them weird messages. I stopped getting them weird emails. You know, I stopped having that feeling of being watched. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's what it is. What it is. But at the same time,
stop smoking crack.
I often wonder why if people get on the internet and they say shit just for attention, or they make up shit so that people will want to listen to what they have to say.
Now listen, I 100% believe that Coolio believes everything he's saying right now. If you put him on a lie detector test, he believes everything he's saying. I don't think that he thinks that he's lying now one bit. But what I'm saying is, some people take the truth and far-fetch it, and some. I'm not saying this is what Hip Hop Uncensored is doing or none of that. You know what I mean? But some people are just chasing that whole Illuminati wave and all that, and that's cool. But let's just, you know, cater to the facts.
And I bet you in at least 85%, 70 to 80% of the times, they're doing it to get some fucking attention. 70, at least 85%, 70 to 80% of the times, they're doing it to get some fucking attention. Okay. And then 10% of the time, people are telling the truth. I've seen some crazy shit. Bro. I seen some shit like, wow. I seen some shit
I believe that.
What the fuck? Is this really happening right now?
I definitely believe that.
Is it fair to say, Coolio, that your celebrity is the reason why your voice is in danger? Like, is it you speaking out?
Say it one more time.
You being the celebrity that you are, and you
being
having the platform that you do, and your word obviously getting to masses and speaking somewhat to power. Is that the threat that comes to you, and is the threat that is to them? Like, is your celebrity the reason why you feel as though you can't speak and your family's life could potentially be in danger. Is that the reason? So in itself, it's an occurs.
Yeah. At one point in my career, people was fucking really listening to me, and they were really taking to heart what I had to say. People believed in me, and when I started doing music, I did music. I made music because I wanted to be heard as a man. I felt like that what I had to say could help people, and it might be important. Information, or I pay attention, and I might be able to help people. When I went platinum on my first album. When I went platinum,
that's it. Only one
that
time.
meant that I went double platinum max. That meant that I sold 2 million records. Now, maybe, who knows? Maybe
that single had
one
to
person
go
bought 100 copies. But who knows? But for all intents and purposes, then that means that 1 million people at least heard my voice and heard my point of view from a musical standpoint. I've always been of the belief that if you have the opportunity to reach that many people, then you have the obligation to give them something that they need. Now, with music, you give people what they need because people hate. Most people don't like what they need. People like what they want. So I tried to mix it up. I tried to give people some of what they wanted, some of what they needed. I tried to create this balance. So that's why I came out with the records the way I came out with them. I do some fun shit, try to do some heavy shit, do some fun shit, do some heavy shit. That was my belief. I felt that was my obligation to the listeners or to my core fan base. I had the obligation to say something that they could use in their life on a daily basis to help them, not just do some shit that was fun or do some shit that was funny or do some shit that was
like and subscribe to the channel.
I had to do some real shit too. So, and a lot of people don't give a fuck.
BeatsByTheKilo.
All they do is give people what they want. And if you look at music now, if you look at the world in general, from what I see, the balance is fucked up right now. If there's a such thing as evil and there's a such thing as good, with this hand being good and this hand being evil, then fucking evil's up here and good's good's up here and evil's outwinning it like a motherfucker. Evil is fucking winning right now.
Oh, that's a fact.
I don't know what y'all see from what I see. Evil is fucking winning right now, and music is part of that. Music fucking influences people, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. A lot of people try to say, "Oh, it's not my responsibility to teach your children," or it's not what I say don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I say what the fuck I want to say, and blah 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 blah. That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. What you say, especially if you're as popular as a Eminem or a 50 Cent or a Kendrick Lamar or a Coolio, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
If you're that fucking popular, then what you say has some bearing and some merit.
Yeah, Ice Cube. Yeah.
And these children, people's children and grandchildren are fucking listening to what you have to say. And from my point of view, it's your responsibility to give them some of what they need. And that's how I feel about it.
Say no more.